Yes, sir. You were tuned in to the Goodfellas Sunday Boxing Talk, episode 13. Got my brothers in here with me. Boxing First vlog. What's going on, brother?
Man, it's your boy BFV Sue, and the Sue stands for super sick. I ain't feeling good at all, so we gonna get through this one today.
Yes, sir. And got one of the hottest young guys on the East Coast doing this media thing, man. Ty Finney, the legend, man. What's going on, brother?
What's going on, man? I got a similar situation to vlog. I wasn't feeling good, but I'm 100% today, man. Ready to talk this boxing thing, man. Let's do it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got somebody in the building already, man. M Banks Unfiltered. Peace and blessings. Big shout out to you, family. Like we definitely need the blessings because I think everybody a little under the weather today. Like we gonna tough it out like we usually do. Before we get started, man, I need for y'all to first thing I need for y'all to subscribe to Vlogs channel. I need for you guys to subscribe to Ty Finney the Legends channel. We got certain numbers we need to hit, and without you guys hitting the subscribe button, we can't get there. You know what I'm saying? So if you step up in this live, make sure you stop by both channels and subscribe to both. Great content on both channels. Blunt Truth series with Boxing First vlog. And just other videos, and then you have Ty Finney the legend doing his interviews. Ty, do you want to announce the interview you actually just did for the people that don't know?
Yeah, it was Sandra Dryland, man. She's a professional boxer and she does bare knuckles, so she's doing two sports. So I was glad to have her on. Second woman boxer, but the first one, just doing two sports. So salute to her, man, for coming through.
Yeah. That was a good interview too, and it was kind of interesting looking into the bare knuckle aspect. And the main reason I say that is because we got a name in boxing that's kind of revitalized their career through bare knuckle, and that's Austin Trout. Austin Trout is welterweight champion in bare knuckle. So we might be looking at a situation where we have boxers as like a Austin Trout, where we may not see them in top 10, top 15 status in the boxing world, but they might translate it down to the bare knuckle scene and they might be a champion or top five. So in the future, it might be this, the bare knuckle might be a topic we might have to start covering depending on how boxers are moving, because it's a lot of politics in boxing, but there's not as many politics with bare knuckle. So might be something we have to look at going forward. But that was a good interview. And I wasn't expecting it either. I wasn't expecting that interview, neither that type of interview. So that was definitely a good look. So we definitely appreciate that. Tommy Dokes in the building. He said, "What's up? Big shout out to you, family." He said Tim Tszyu, AJ, Jared Anderson had the toughest losses in 2024. And M Bank said Trout pretty smooth in that BKFC. Yes, he is. And Tommy Doak said Tszyu best defense is just absorb the shots to the face. So Tommy Dokes, on behalf of you and Ty Finney the legend, we agreed on it prior to the show. We're gonna start off with Tim Tszyu versus Bakram last night. It was a freight train. It was a freight train. Tim Tszyu got knocked down. Vlog, correct me if I'm wrong. Was that 6 times? Was that 6 times he got knocked down? 6 times his team threw in the towel. That was like I said, that was just a train wreck from round 1 on. Vlog, just all top, man. I know we talked about it a little bit earlier in the week, but just give me your thoughts on it, bro.
I'm gonna start with whoever is doing these numbers, these odds for these fights. They are terrible. they know nothing about boxing, because if you saw the numbers for this fight, it was 7-1 Tim Tszyu. There's no way in the world that you could give a man 7-1 odds against a dude that's bigger than him. I don't care if they're at the same weight. This dude is naturally bigger than Tim Tszyu. So for Tim Tszyu to have those odds, that means he's going to bring some boxing aspect into the fight. Tim Tszyu can't box. He can fight. He can't box. So the odds had me. I was gone with it. So I was calling it a 50-50 based on the fact we didn't have enough of Bachram to be like, yo, he's super elite. He's a killer. Whoop-de-whoop. We know he KO'd a couple guys, and that's what they supposed to do. But this is the step up that shows us, and God damn it, I had to give him 50-50 coming into the step up because I know what Tim Tszyu shows me. So that's my take just off top.
I know, just to give people a little glimpse in the background. If you're not following Vlog on social media, please do. He put up a post as far as the odds and stuff for the weekend's fights, and had a discussion about that. And I think I was the first one to actually comment on it, and I said this fight's going to be a lot tougher than what people think. I wasn't expecting that freight train to come through, and it's crazy because like when you see, like if you take Tim Tszyu, you take the Fundora fight, right? It's a bloodbath. Like, I mean, it's literally a bloodbath, but he's taking the shots and everything else. And then you see another fight where it just looked like everything he get in touch with, he's just, like he can't handle any punches. Like, Vlog, when you see a situation like that, do you think it's the other guy's power? Do you think Tim Tszyu maybe had a situation in terms of camp? What you think?
That to me was completely underestimating that Russian. And for him to be a Russian, he got taught a Russian lesson that I don't think he learned from his dad. He had been in Australia too goddamn long. He underestimated that dude, overlooked that dude all week long, talking about all these other fights and everybody else's business instead of concentrating on his own business and understanding this ain't no speed bump. This is a goddamn hurdle. You know what I mean? And for me to stay at this $10 million type of fighter plus type of fighter, I gotta jump over this hurdle. I gotta just kick it over. He didn't have that mindset. To me, he was almost on the same page as a Harry Davis, who was going into a fight talking about he ready to quit boxing. So what the fuck is you taking this fight for? It's the same thing, but just opposite ends of the spectrum. Like you're so on, you got so much going on everywhere else that you're not paying attention to what's in front of you. So you know what I mean? I just thought it was a poor camp, poor management, because they're supposed to have him keyed in. You know what I mean? And not talking down. I wouldn't say he disrespected Bachram, but he was kind of talking down on him. As if, oh, don't nobody know who you is. You ain't nobody, whoop-de-whoop. I got the name. I'm Tim Tszyu. I'm legend. I'm of legendary status, whoop-de-whoop. Not himself, but from his lineage per se. You know what I'm saying? So I just thought he was real cocky, man. And karma can get you instantly, or karma can wait goddamn 10 years. But karma gonna get you.
Facts. And Bachram was a champ. He was a champion coming in.
That's my point. That's my point of the disrespect. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
absolutely. Tommy Doak said no Diddy. Yeah, definitely no Diddy on that last comment for sure, bro. Definitely. Tommy Doak, he said these Russian-Ukrainian fighters are really dangerous and durable. Legend, what did you think of the fight? Was it a surprise to you? Like, what was your thoughts on it?
No, I wasn't surprised at all. But if you asked me a while back, I definitely had Tim Tszyu. But I talked with Chris about this, yesterday before the fight. I was like, man, this dude is a power puncher. He's a champion. He's undefeated. I was like, man, Tim Tszyu gonna have his hands full. And like Chris was like, nah, man, Tim Tszyu gonna walk through this guy. But yeah, man, when the fight happened, it ended very early. But you notice. One thing I noticed, Tim Tszyu was tapping. He was tapping his head. Like, I guess he was thinking maybe his head opened up again and he was going to start bleeding. But he was tapping his head, looking at his gloves, thinking he was probably going to be bleeding. But, in that second round, man, when Bachram landed that left hook and Tim Tszyu went down, he got up. You can see that he's he was continuing to fight, but he was still on wobbly legs, and he kept going down multiple times in that round. And when round 3 started, you see that the doctor was checking him. The doctor was checking him out, so he must not have been fully recovered. And then round 3, back him. He had his back against the ropes. Bam, catches Tszyu with another left hook. So he got caught and went down by the same punch. And it was a good stoppage. It's a good stoppage when the team throwing the towel, because Backham was going to go in for the kill, man. So.
Yeah, I agree 100%, man. Big shout out to Chris G, my boxing son. Big shout out to Chris G. Yeah, like I think it's just the lack of acknowledgement that Backrun was a champion, undefeated, power guy. Like Tommy said, these Ukrainian guys, these Russian guys, like they come in with that smoke. Like they are coming with that smoke. And like our American fighters and these top level guys, you got to be careful taking on these guys. Like they got great chins, great power, they're disciplined. There's not a lot of upside to facing these guys, but people are hopping in the ring with them. And I feel like both guys, like Vlog and Legend, said it perfectly.
I disagree with you slightly on it's not a lot of upside. I think it is upside if you actually coming in to work on the craft to win the particular fight. You know what I mean? Like Tszyu didn't come in with the right strategy to win this fight. Like, yo, let's box. Let's use our ability to move a little bit better than the Ukrainian, because he's no track star. Let's be honest about that. So let's be able to box around him. Let's make him work, burn energy. They didn't do anything that had a remnants of a game plan of boxing.
Is it arrogance? Is it?
Yes. That's why I said if you listen to a lot of his interviews throughout the whole week down there in Florida, bro, he got the sunglasses on. They out at the beach. He just running his mouth, bumping his gums, and it didn't have a sense of, yo, this is a serious situation I'm about to run into.
Yeah, I just to be honest with you, that whole card was just weird, bro. Like,
it was a trash card. The card was trash.
Yeah, it was definitely trash truck juice for sure. Like, but the thing about it, I'm like in Orlando. I'm like, why Orlando? Like you understand what I'm saying? I'm like, just everything about it was just weird, man. Like,
sometimes when they have fights in places like Texas, Orlando, there's no state taxes, so it's sometimes beneficial to try to hold the fight in these sort of venues, especially dealing with, you got big stage in Texas as far as this Texas stadium with Jerry Jones and how he likes to allow the fights to go on there. So that can be beneficial to your promotion on the back end. You know what I'm talking about? So it might have been smart as far as PBC was concerned.
Yeah, but I mean, there was no money flowing through there. Like neither guy was known in Florida. It's not Orlando's not really a really hub for.
I definitely don't disagree with you.
Get it? Like I didn't get it.
I don't disagree with you. It's not like Roy Jones is still kind of down there, and it's you kind of have that vibe of him being the Florida guy and the representative from when he was. They don't have that guy right now. They don't have Antonio Tarver or anybody like that.
You know the thing that was funny about that, like I'm like when Beterbiev fought Vosdik, and people was like, why they put it in Philly? Their demographic is within this area. A lot of their demographic is within the East Coast. So I'm like, it made sense. They did their homework, and the place was packed. Like they did their homework. I was like, nothing about Orlando really said like, hey, bring Tszyu over here and block him. Like, you know what I mean? Like it was just, I didn't know that. I didn't understand analytics on that, brother.
Cheap. It was a cheap setup. That's what it was about. They went low key. Yeah,
oh, man.
Cheap setup.
Hey, I'm gonna have to agree with you, bro. Tommy Doak said Tim is now 0-2 in America. Maybe he should go back to Australia to gain his confidence back with a soft touch. Legend, you think that's a good move for Tszyu right now? Like him going back to his country and taking a soft touch fight?
I think he should have took a soft touch before he fought Backrun, to be honest. But I understand I understand, the Fundora fight, it was unfortunate. He got, the bad cut on his head. So I think he was looking at it like, man, if that didn't happen, I would have won this fight, throw me back right back in there, with the top guys. But, I think he honestly should have took a tune-up before,
The thing that's crazy, Legend, and it goes to what Vlog said. In their eyes, Bakram was the tune-up. And they just got it wrong. They got it wrong. And I want to add this before we move forward. A lot of these guys, I honestly think they don't watch tape. I don't think they're students of the game. And I don't think they do recon. Like, they don't do homework. And Blunt can speak on this. Like, when you about to go to war with somebody, the biggest part of you winning the war is you doing recon, you research, studying your opponent. And I feel like a lot of that is not going on with not only the fighters, but I'm like, the corner is supposed to do that. And I'm like, there's a lot of corner people to stealing checks, man. A lot of corner people stealing checks, bro.
Can I say this?
What's
I
up?
think, like, just because you know how to hold the pads, you know how to motivate to a certain extent, it doesn't give you a strategist IQ. So when you get in these fights, these big time guys, they need an extra set of eyes, an extra guy that can play chess, not checkers, and do the homework that you're talking about, Jeff. Like, yo, let me go in the gym and sit back and watch this dude work. Let me check out film for my team. Like, they need to go ahead and pay that expense, since they don't want to do it themselves, or they don't have the capability to understand what they're watching, but they have the capability to listen to information and maybe try to apply it physically in the ring. But they're not even gathering the information to try to divert it physically with their own actions. So I think the strategy as part of boxing has been thrown out the window, bro. Thrown completely out the window.
Yeah, I agree, bro. You want to add on to that, Legend?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, Tszyu, like, I don't know what their game plan was. He was standing in front of this guy, like, he was just coming out, just throwing shots, like, no head movement, no footwork. You put Bachman in front of Crawford. Crawford's gonna be moving around this guy. Like, Tszyu just stayed in front of him, didn't do much. So I don't know what the game plan was, man. I don't know what it was. And you see, he got put out early.
His head was straight 12-30, man. Straight 12-30, man. Straight up and down, man. Like, it's crazy.
You did it. You did it. Can I ask it? Can I go into it? I personally think he dog walks Crawford. There's no way Crawford can stand up under that pressure for 12 rounds. He don't have 12 rounds worth of movement. What's your guys' thoughts?
I
think you crazy per usual, but
I was just gonna say, right? I know Crawford's only had one fight at 154, but we know what Crawford does. We know he moves around. We know he's a counterpuncher. Tszyu didn't do anything, man. He just stood in front of that guy. I guess trying to
listen to me, man. young man. You talking about a dude that's 40 fucking years old, dude. This dude is not 28. Let's not think about the Crawford from 28 that's, making you run into things and whoopty-whooping. Hey. Man, I'm talking about the Crawford I just saw stand there and get his eye dotted like these motherfuckers was playing tic-tac-toe.
Can I tell you, Bakram's not gonna have the same success that Madrimov is gonna have. What Bakram did prove you can't sit in front of me and get away with it. I haven't seen enough of Bakram. I'm gonna meet you in the middle of the street on this one. I haven't seen enough of Bakram all around for me to be like he could handle somebody with a slick style, period. It don't matter if it's a Bud, it don't matter if it's a Boots. Yeah, hold on, but Vlog, you gotta admit, Terrence Crawford has a slick style, am I correct?
The last two fights, there was no slickness in Terrence Crawford.
There was plenty slickness in that Madrimov fight, bro.
What slickness, bro? He was getting danced around the whole fight. What
Bro,
slickness are you
listen,
talking about? Come
bro,
on,
listen,
Jeff. Stop,
listen,
Jeff.
listen,
Stop,
listen.
Jeff.
Hold on, listen to me. Listen to me. Go look at Madrimov, right? He did I talked to Shane about this off camera. Madrimov did everything but land a bunch of shots. He gave you the foot movement. He gave you absolutely everything. He just forgot the offense.
Bro, the
He
right
forgot
hand
the
was,
offense.
bro, he couldn't miss the right hand. He couldn't miss the right hand. That's all he
Bro,
needed.
bro,
That's
go look
all
at
he
the stats.
needed.
Go look at the stats. Go look at the stats, bro. Go look at the stats.
I looked at the results of Crawford's face. I saw the fight. The
I
right hand
understand.
could not miss.
Who won
The
the fight?
right
Who won the fight, though?
Madrimov won the fight.
No, he didn't.
No, I know who they say won the fight.
I'm not
I
dealing,
know,
bro. I'm not dealing
I
with you
know,
today, bro.
I know who they
It's been
say won
2
the fight.
weeks since we've been on.
No,
I'm not dealing with you today.
hold up, bro. At worst, that fight honestly was a draw.
Hey, listen, bro.
Because Bud came on late. Bud
Hey,
came on late.
Legend. Watch this, Legend. What does Boots do to Bakarov?
To Baccarat,
Yeah, with Bakarov.
he outboxes Baccarat. He outboxes him. Outside, 1-2, slip, counters with the body. Outboxes him handily. I handily outboxes him.
I got you.
But this is young. This is not a 40-year-old Boots. I'm saying can do that. This is a 28-year-old Boots.
Listen, but you got to understand this. Madrimov that showed up against Crawford, he beats the majority of the dudes at 154 that night. He beats the majority of the dudes at 154 that night.
Can I be honest?
Yeah.
The power I saw yesterday wipes 154 out.
Yeah, but he got to.
I question.
He got to land it. He got to land it though, bro.
He's been landing it. His record says he's been landing it.
I know, but against
what we saw yesterday.
Right, but that's the first time he had a dude with a name that stood right in front of him. Right in front of him.
So you telling me at some point that Crawford is not going to be stationary in the fight? He was stationary against Madrimov, and Madrimov was tagging him with the straight right hand all night long.
I think Crawford still beats him. You're on a high right now because of what you seen last night.
No,
bro, if you fought Tszyu last night, you would land shots last night. If you fought him last night.
What does Shane, my young brethren, say all the time? We can only go off what our eyes tell us. My eyes told me that power is for real. Because when I did my study on him, I'm not going to lie, I was worried about the right hand for Tszyu. I thought it was going to be a sort of a right hand duel. Who's going to be able to land their right hand better? That left hook, man, that left hook came out of left field. And man, if you got hands like that on both sides, bro, it's issues for anybody at 154, bro.
Only thing I'm saying, I'm not gonna watch Bakarov hit a stationary target for 3 rounds, and then I'm gonna say he's gonna beat the top dog. Even if I think that, I'm not giving him that.
All right, but the top dog is Fundora. So you think he's not gonna wilt Fundora? He's going to destroy Fundora.
Does he beat Mel?
I need to see what Mel looked like. I can't like the Mel that fought Charlo, he might lose against Bakarov. Because I didn't see a lot of boxing footwork. I saw a lot of absorb, get off a little bit. He didn't really force the action in that fight. I think he came to show up for his payday, which he deserved, no doubt about it. He definitely deserved that. He was undisputed, whoop-de-whoop, and obviously wasn't cashing out. Those were no $10 million fights, blah, blah, blah. So he got the check he deserved. But I need to see Mel back before I could say he can deal with that power. So that power is for real.
Okay, so I'm gonna meet you here with it. Just like you said, you got to see Mel. There's certain things you just haven't seen like enough of, or it's been a minute. I'm saying the same thing in terms of Bakarov, like in terms of your Crawford team. I'm not saying that you're off base. I just want to see. I want to see more from him, and I'll do this. I'll go back. I'll go look at some of his past fights. And we could probably have a convo off camera about that. But I haven't seen enough of Bakarov to really say, like, hey, this is how exactly I think this matchup will go against Crawford. So I'm kind of winging it But, yeah, we can have a convo off camera about that. I'm gonna do some more homework on him. But I mean, what he did last night was impressive. What he did last night was impressive. I mean, nobody could take that away from him. I mean, very impressive performance. M. Banks said Beterbiev, Khabib, and dude last night is from Krypton. They might be from Krypton for real. Tommy Doak said Tszyu was feeling himself with that American popularity got to his head. He's not even that popular. Like, that's the thing that's crazy. Like, he's not even that popular.
I gotta disagree again. If you check out the chats and some of these different sites that were posting his interviews, it was a lot of support for this dude, bro. A lot of support.
Yeah, but internet chat and popularity is two different things. Like,
that's with it. Jeff.
In boxing, bro. In boxing, Tszyu don't pack no houses. That's how you judge if somebody really popping.
First of all, hold up. He just got over here. It's the second fight.
Proves my point.
No. Again. All right. Did Haney pack the house because he's Devin Haney, or did he pack the house because he's fighting an Australian fighter? You see what I mean?
What are you talking about?
I'm saying when fighters go on the road and you say they pack the house. I don't think Haney packed the house because he was Devin Haney. I think he packed the house. Yeah, because he's an enemy fighting Australia. So the same thing with Tszyu. He had to come out, find his lane over here. His lane, I'm going to tell you what they told him his lane was. You got to get on the internet and you got to talk that talk. That's what the fuck he did. So that led to him being blown up, reading his own comments, reading the own chatter about himself, and he didn't fight well because he didn't pay attention.
If he feel like he has a lot of American popularity, he need to get that out of his head. Like, it's some guys that's popping on social media, but they wouldn't sell 1,500 tickets. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just different levels to it. Like, so if he thinks he's really like popping in America like that, it's not like that. Like, people know who he is, but it's not to the point to where you're feeling yourself. That's crazy. Like, that's saying a lot.
That's why I said, bro, if you double back and just check out how he was talking just this last build up for the last week, it was way too cocky, way too over the top, really didn't seem serious. Like, maybe he's still affected, bro, because I'm going to be honest. Like, I'm the last point on this dude. The way he looked after the fight, they should not even have that dude standing there talking, bro. This dude was fucking concussed.
Well, Tommy Dokes just said it. He said, "Did you see Tim's face after he got up? It looked like he thought he got hit by Godzilla." Yeah, it's the eyes, bro. Damn, Tommy Dokes, you still know my thoughts. He said his eyes said it all. Yeah, I mean, them eyes, man, they was beady. They was beady-eyed. You know what I mean?
He couldn't even see that left hook. That left hook was coming like a cat burglar in the middle of the night, bro. You just don't see that motherfucker coming, bro. He in and out the window, which is shit, bro. Right. God damn, he took that dude's soul with that left hook, homie.
Yeah, it was bad.
Clean. It was clean too. It wasn't no AJ Ruiz type hook that clipped the back of the head or anything. That was square right over top of the ear, right on the dome, and dude definitely needs to be getting an MRI today. I'm not fucking frauding.
I agree.
He needs to be getting a CAT scan for sure. He got brain swelling because the trainer with his Aussie Crocodile Dundee talking ass was sitting there doing all that politically correct shit while his man was looking like a retard. Like, no pun intended. This is a medical terminology that I'm using. It's not for fraud or anything or cat. He did look like you drool in, and like he looked like that. And then they asked him a question. He was like, huh? Oh, I don't know what happened. Like, what the? Why y'all standing? Put this man in the ambulance and get his ass to the hospital. I was irate at that interview after the fight, bro. I was fucking irate at that. I ain't gonna
lie, but they got a habit of doing that in boxing. When Broner took his loss against Chino, I didn't feel like he should have did an interview. I thought he should have went straight to the hospital.
I remember that.
Yeah, No Wildville, what's going on, brother? Appreciate you stopping in. He said Zoo just lost a $20 million bag fighting Bizarro World Karen. Well, the thing is, bro, like Baccaroff is a champ. He was a champion. He's a champion. Like we gotta factor that in.
yeah. He tried to go steal a belt.
He tried to steal a belt and it didn't work out.
To make that $20 million more feasible. Like it doesn't look good if you ain't coming in with something. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Right. Facts. DM3, big shout out to you, bro. He said, "What's good, family? I appreciate y'all listening to you every Sunday while I'm at work, man. We appreciate that, bro, for sure." He said, "Intel is everything." That exactly, bro. Exactly.
That's why when I be doing my posts and shit like that, on as far as the numbers are concerned, I question these guys, bro, because I always go do my homework and try to see where they got these numbers from. And I knew right off of watching 5 fights from this dude, there's no fucking way in the world that Tim Tszyu's no 7-1 favorite. I put old boy on a ticket. I should have just bet him by himself, but I had him on a parlay, and some raggedy ass broad from England cost me my fucking ticket yesterday. Courtney Schaefer or some raggedy bitch. She lost to somebody grandma, bro. I was like, oh, this fucking bitch was like 15. Yo, she was a minus 1,500. I threw her on there just to round it off. Get a parlay, a nice round number. This fucking bitch the only one to fucking lose, bro. I could post it. I'm gonna post my parlay and show y'all. I had Baccarat.
Yeah, post that. Yeah, post that, bro. Post that. Ville said everybody beats Crawford except the people in the ring with him. Ville, I will say this, Ville, because of what happened. I like that. Because of what happened in the Matrimonial fight, I didn't really dismiss the thought, because I'm like, we have to, and this is what every great fighter, we have to evaluate them differently when they get to that higher age. So it is a process. It is a transition that we have to do as boxing fans with Bud, because even though he hasn't really been in no real wars, he's still up there in age. So we do have to evaluate that when we evaluate Bud and his opponents at the end of the day. M. Banks said it'll be Bud's. Ryan Frazier said, shout out to the panel, salute G5. Big shout out to Ryan Frazier. Met him on TikTok, actually. He got a channel. Definitely go check him out. Ryan, if you cool with it, maybe next week, man, if you got time, maybe you can I'll shoot you a link, man. You can jump on, you know what I mean, Boxing Talk Up North, man. Knowledgeable dude, man. Good dude, man. Big shout out to Ryan Frazier. Lavelle Jackson, big shout out to you, family. He said Tim Tszyu didn't change his approach at all after being hurt. So Lavelle, let me get into that real quick. When a fighter's not used to being hurt, or they don't train on what to do when they get hurt, you're gonna see exactly that. Like, they're gonna swing for the fences, not move their head, not hold, not try to create separation. They're not gonna do anything that a coach would tell you to do when you're hurt. You're supposed to try to get through the round. You hold, you do what you got to do to get back to the corner. Obviously, and this might goes back to the arrogance as well. Just when you're hurt, like, guys got to throw their pride out the window. You got to throw your pride out the window. You're in survival mode now, and it looked like he was just trying to be macho and things like that. And I'm just like, you see that with Lavelle, you see that with a lot of fighters, bro. A lot of fighters.
But you also have the extreme where fighters go overboard when it comes to reacting to them being hurt. And that's Ben Whittaker. You know what I mean? You see how Ben Whittaker reacted to being in a tricky situation.
What you call him again? What you call
Ben
him
again? Ben Whittaker. Whittaker. Q. Put the Q, because he straight quit. Before he quit, though, and I did put this online, he tried to dog it out. Before he quit, he tried to dog it out. I'll give him that. But he still quit. So that's the opposite end of the spectrum. When they hurt, they in a difficult situation, they go to the extreme like he did, or they like Tszyu. What the fuck am I doing? I'm only thing I know how to do is keep coming forward. So they just rely on what physically muscle memory that they know. But I do think as trainers, Like we see all of these pad videos and all this mitt videos and all this. Why don't we see videos of trainers showing dudes how to tie up properly, showing dudes how to do the subtle nuances, how to spin off the ropes, how to feel the ropes and know, okay, right here, push offs, subtle things. Like we don't never see none of this subtlety training. We see all of this flashy shit.
Hey,
I'm
bro,
confused.
listen, let me I got it, and this was something from a while ago, at least a year ago, man. And it's on the channel. Shane and I was talking to Padman McGriff. Big shout out to Padman McGriff. I'm gonna tell you what he told us on that particular show. He said, how do you prepare a guy to react when they're hurt? And me and Shane was like, hey, clinch, hold, do what you got to do. And he was like, no, I mean like training, like in the gym. So I'm like, good question. I'm like, put us on. So Padman said he has this drill where you literally, the fighter basically spins around, right?
Bro, that's old school. That's old school.
I know that's old school. But the thing is, you spin the guy around basically until they're dizzy.
Dizzy, yeah.
And then they have to basically go through a drill between 30 seconds to a minute, basically while they're dizzy, to basically simulate being hurt. And you work on those things to try to survive. And that's a way to try to address it in camp. It's the reason I brought it up, bro, is because yes, that's old school. But that's a person. So Padman is known for pads, but he broke down that whole situation. And I'm like, if you don't have old school teachings, you're not showing a fighter that type of stuff. And that's a lot of the stuff that you don't hear about. That's a lot of the stuff that you don't see. And that's coming from somebody that's not in a guy's corner on fight night. So big shout out to Padman McGriff. But it's some of those old school teachings that you really don't see. And it's probably like less than 5 that's actually teaching those things in the sport of boxing. And I'm talking like coaches. There's less than 5. It's less than 5 for sure.
Man, they got me ready to get my certification, man, so I could be a hired gun. I could teach you how to beat any other dude. Or any dude to beat any other dude. It's fucking easy as pie. You just gotta do your homework, bro. Like, but these motherfuckers don't do their homework. They so committed to hitting the heavy bag. They so committed to jumping rope and all of this shit. That's all fine, well and dandy. But when it come to fight night, motherfucker, is you bringing that rope in there with you? Is you bringing that heavy bag in there with you? No, you're not. You have to bring in a game fucking plan. And I'm tired of seeing these motherfuckers come in here without no game plan. We just saw that shit on Pro Box from goddamn Chris Colbert. No fucking game plan. Over fucking weight. Like, what, bro? Come on, bro, with the fucking check chasing, bro. I'm so glad that shit was free. I would have hated to pay to see that fucking trash, bro. This motherfucker was out there looking like somebody's grandfather with purple hair. Like, bro, did you just come out the audience? Like, what the fuck? I'm confused. I'm confused with what's going on in boxing, bro. Like, but it's also entertaining at the same time, and I guess that's what the sport is about, entertainment.
You know what? Let's go there. Chris Colbert fought on Showbot on Pro Box, 9th round stoppage, and I mean, vlog, talk to me.
The man can't make that weight that he feels like he's the best at. And once you get above a certain age, yeah, man, cutting them calories and getting that cellulite off that waistband ain't easy, bro. Take it from a double OG, I know, but I still got a little something under the sleeve, so I'm good. But to be getting in there acting like I can perform at the highest level is fucking ludicrous. And he was ludicrous for thinking he could take that fight. It was a good fight, though. Do I think it should have been stopped? No. He could have made it the distance. He wasn't really getting hurt by Salcido.
There you go. Salcido, you had it.
Salcido. So, yeah, he wasn't like being hurt. He was just being driven backwards. It looked bad because he kept backing up and all of that. But he wasn't being hurt. He wasn't knocking sweat off this dude or nothing. And earlier in the fight, Colbert actually clicked old boy, but he didn't have the time left in the round to really make it count. You see what I'm saying? So he was in a fight, but he just, bro, that weight, bro. And when it's time to hang him up, that's a fight that tells me it's time to hang him up.
Legend, what you thought about that?
Yeah, I didn't see it, so I can't speak on it. But yeah, Colbert, man, he just doesn't have power. So he's only got like 6 KOs. So yeah, he definitely needs to be fighting down in the lower weight class, man.
Yeah, I agree. The thing with Chris Colbert is Vlog and I talked about this weeks ago. We had a discussion about he had an interview with ProBox and he said he felt one shot from Rayo and he said, "Yo, I got to get back down to 130." And I know Vlog, I know at the time was saying, you know, maybe he was kind of being strategic with the statement. I kind of wasn't buying it, but I understood why Vlog said it because he's charismatic. I was like, he could have possibly trying to be, you know, talk a certain way in regards to that. But he said in the interview, bottom line, whatever his intent was, he said he had to go back down to 130 because of the shot that he felt. The thing about it, I'm like, he fought that fight at 136. And when you watch that fight, number one, no premium gas on them shots, man. That was all 87 on the shots, man, for sure. Nothing premium on them shots. You know what I mean? No 93, no 91, no 93 on them shots, bro. All regular gas on them shots, man. So he couldn't do anything to get South off of
that nigga. He ain't had no gas. He was using kerosene in that motherfucker, bro.
Man,
God damn, bro.
The house kerosene, brother.
Man, he was trying to gas the whip up with house kerosene and wasn't getting nowhere.
Oh man, like it's crazy because I'm like, he had no steam on the shots, right? Salcido's walking through the front door, no admission fee, no nothing. He just walking on in there. He kicking shit around in the living room, all types of shit. Like, and Salcido wasn't even landing no crazy shots. Here's what happened. First 4 rounds, he invested to the body. First 4 rounds of that fight. And what happened was Chris Colbert started trying to use the ring. But the one thing about that Pro Box ring, they do not have a big ring. That is a matchbox with ropes on it. You understand what I'm saying? You fight on Pro Box TV, you are going to have to fight.
They want it to be super fan friendly. They don't want all of that coming in, wasting 3 minutes, trying to track somebody down type of shit. And I get it. It's smart. It's very smart.
TV. I see what y'all doing, bro. Because I'm like, that ring.
You know where they got that shit from? They got that shit from the Horizon, bro. Put these motherfuckers in this pack, Lord. We gonna kick up dust. It's everybody on top of each other. It's gonna get funky in here. You know what I mean? The Bulls gonna get you know what I mean, doing what them Bulls do. You know how we do. That joint was packed. Yo, it felt like that.
Bro, you go to scratch the back of your leg and you on the ropes, bro. That's how that ring is, man. That ring tight as hell. Like, man. Straight up, man. Like, and the thing about it is Colbert tried to move around the ring. It was nowhere for him to go. Like, so Salcido was really just landing a lot of heavy body shots that takes your energy. So Colbert got to get down to 130. I don't know if he can make 126. I doubt it, but he got to get down to 130. Like Legend said, like he don't have power in the punches. So when you don't have power in your shots, you have to be elite somewhere. And the problem is Colbert's not elite anywhere on top of him not having the power. So that's the issue. And you know, but the thing is though, this is what I was explaining to somebody Vlog, because Colbert is on this downslide, he's gonna get bigger fights because he's on the downslide with a name.
All right, well, that's what I'm saying. Do you think that's what I thought? I thought he was trying to catch a fight over at Top Rank or something. Like he could pull this out, get a call from Top Rank, because it seems like they got a lot of 1 to 35 guys over there. I doubt if PBC would have called him back just because maybe they feel like they causing money because they probably pre-invested in them. New York dude, flashy. You know, they probably pre-invested in them because you know how Al and them send you money up front and then expect you to work that shit off. And his work rate was terrible, and they just probably was like, "We done with you." So I think he was trying to catch a wave, get a little pro box fight, springboard to like with the ball fight with the boy that fought Ball.
Nick Ball, and you talking about Ray Ford?
And with
Ford?
Ray. No, the Mexican boy that used to fuck with Reynoso on them. He just lost the 10-round decision. I mean, he just got KO'd by Ball a couple weeks ago, but he got that fight.
I forgot his name. I know you're talking about though.
He sprung board from 2 pro box wins, 2 back-to-back wins on pro box. No, he lost one, then bounced back and won one. And that got him that look to obviously gets called overseas. So I ain't gonna lie, he did put in a nice little fight. He was giving Nick Ball some work, man. Nick Ball had to earn that victory. But he definitely, right now, he top dog at 126. But back to 135, he was trying to catch that wave, that pro box wave. And I think he was looking to get a call from Top Rank or somebody like that, because that's the way he was talking when he was being interviewed by them.
I'm going to keep it a stack. Just follow me on this. Chris Colbert, two fights in a row. He gets stopped. One highlight reel. This one, I was told the corner stopped it.
Yeah, they did. They threw in the towel. He turned around and looked at him like they was crazy.
And that was his dad too.
I don't know why his dad. That make no sense. Let this man. He wasn't. It wasn't. He didn't get his ass whooped. He lost. Like
so,
just.
Let me throw this at y'all. Let me know what you think. So the last time they was in the ring, the last time they had a fight, Chris Colbert purposely was not listening to his dad. And it got him clipped. What I seen as far as his dad stopping the fight, I think that might have been an agreement between father and son before the fight started. Hey, listen, if you don't show me this, or if it gets to a point here, I'm not letting what happened the last time. You're not gonna not listen to me, and I'm gonna let this go.
Come on, bro. But if he hadn't got clipped up to that point by a guy that's not a one-punch banger, never had been a one-punch banger, and had landed on your son already throughout the fight, but nothing had the steam. In all honesty, your son landed the strongest punch in the fight where you could see physical reaction from the shot. None of those punches Salcido were landing physically reacted outside of I'm being pressed. He's putting his will on me.
But Vlog, you gotta admit this too, though. If this was like a battery meter, like in a video game, this was Colbert's.
Oh yeah, no doubt. I'm definitely not saying that.
You gotta remember that happened in round 9. So
you got 3 more minutes.
Understood. But even if you take not the last Rayo fight where he got knocked out cold, even the fight before that, he got knocked down twice in that fight. So this is the 3rd fight where there's been multiple issues between trainer, fighter.
He never got knocked down though, Jeff. He did not get dropped.
I understand that, but if you're coming off of 2 fights against Rayo and they were bad. Rayo got robbed in that first fight. Right? And he got knocked down multiple times. Then he was a meme in his last fight. That margin for error goes down when you have 2 situations like that. Under normal I would have let it go. I would have let Chris Colbert go, and whatever would have happened because he already went through 9 rounds of it. That's me. But obviously there was a conversation, whether it was before round 9 started or round 8, whatever.
You said it earlier. You said it earlier. He wasn't listening to his dad in a previous fight. Correct. Could this have been his dad getting back at him? Are you
thinking more so of a Kenny Porter, Sean Porter situation that happened with Bud?
Yeah, you not listening to me? I'm gonna stop the fucking fight. Like, that's what it sounds like. Now we talking it out.
That's what I think.
It could have been okay. I'm gonna show you up now. You show me up by not listening to me, and you got yourself knocked the fuck out. now,
and bro, and here's the thing: like, not only was he not listening to his dad, he wasn't listening to Barry Hunter neither, who was one of the more respected coaches in the game. Yeah. So it wasn't just his dad.
Hey, real quick. Can we talk Haney? Can we talk Haney before I get up out of here?
What we talking about with Haney? What we talking about?
How y'all feel? He back in the gym. He got Mickey, what's the dude name? Mickey Mo or Mickey somebody. He got Freddie Roach with him. I mean, what's the vibes, man? I'm hearing Blair the Flair, Haney. You know
what? You know what? I'm gonna say this real quick, bro, before we get off. You know, if Haney really want to get right, you know who he should go get? The guy that fought on Pro Box Wednesday.
Stop. That's not. He did. You gotta make money.
Can I explain why though?
I understand what you're saying. We boxing mind. You don't even gotta tell me. All right. I get it, but you gotta sell. We know Flair is sellable, but my thing is, does he have sneaky enough power? That's the only thing. Like for me, I question that fight. Not for Haney. That's why I said it's dangerous because he's sneaky and he's a little awkward. You know what I mean? So, but not to say that Haney can't win it because we've seen him fight awkward guys, Loma, guys like that before. So, I think it's a good fight, but I don't know, bro.
Haney's a sports card. Haney's a sports car that got into a little fender bender. Like we got to check the tires and check the engine and make sure everything's still moving the way it's supposed to be moving. That's why I said if he gets a guy like a Chris Colbert, I wouldn't be mad at it because his next fight is going to be about himself. If it's not Brian Garcia, it's going to be about himself. He got to check and see if he still got it.
But at the same time, this is a business. No one wants to pay to check to see if you still got it. Nobody wants to do that. That's why fights like AJ versus Jermaine Franklin, just to me, it's like, who the fuck is paying for that? Like, why are y'all talking about a fight that's going to cost somebody too much money? Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't get it. Like, yeah, I understand what you're saying.
The thing about it, I'm like, he's at a point where no matter what the circumstances was, the last time we seen Haney was in bad shape. He was in bad shape. So he's going to have to, that next fight, who they pick is going to be very, very important. Very important.
I mean, he went the distance.
Vlog, we're not going to go through this, bro. He looked like he was in an accident, bro. He looked like he was in a car. He looked like he was in a car accident.
This man went to the moon and drilled some juice.
I know, bro. I ain't denying that. I know, bro. I know.
Didn't it go 12? Didn't it go 12? I do believe it went 12. Oh, okay.
Haney looked like he got dental work done after the fight, man. Like his joint was all swollen. He looked bad, bro. He wasn't going to the club afterwards.
I understand, but if you bring a mini bat into the ring and you tap me on the jaw, I might tend to swell up too. So
was he going with you to the club after that fight?
No. We're going to drop him off at the house. That boy was out there looking like the Mask. He was looking like dude from the Mask. That's an old school movie for all y'all young bucks. Look that shit up. That's that bitch Cher.
Yeah,
some big head motherfucker. God damn. Yeah, he but it took unworldly efforts to do that.
I know. I say, listen, in all respect to Devin Haney, a lot of guys would have checked out in that fight for sure. If you had to pick, before we go, Vlog, if you had to pick one person he could fight that'd be the perfect situation for him, like who would it be?
Oh my God, bro, that's a fucking hard one, bro. Oh my God, bro, that I would have to look, bro, because it has to be sellable. I don't need the cupcake. I don't need Salsicito. He no steam coming off that fight. Colbert, no steam. I need a Flair. You need that name. Is it is at 140, or it could be a catchweight situation? I'm not sure. It could be a catchweight situation. So it has to be a Flair. So whoever y'all come up with, it would to me have to be on level to that. Rocha? No, but Rocha's at 147. So Not even a Rocha. I don't know, bro.
Blame
I
it
would
for
say a
it,
Latin fighter. I would say a Latin fighter. I would say a Latin fighter. Just
how you
because
feel
there's two.
about how you feel about Liam Paro?
Oh, that's too much power. There's no way in the world. And he about to beat the brakes off of William Hitchinson. So that's too much power.
Okay,
Too
all
much.
right.
Too much power.
Legend, if Haney, if you could pick one opponent for Haney where it kind of makes sense for him, where would you go?
Honestly, I was cool with the Santa Martina to fight, but I understand he wasn't going to get a big payday. But I mean, to me, that would just be able to test the waters, see how you look.
Oh,
Look
you
good.
talking about
Sandor
my
Martin.
Spanish boy? Yeah,
Sandor
yeah,
Martin.
Martin. Yeah. But
So
can
I was
Martin
cool with
even
that.
make 140 though? Martin been fighting. Well, he's been in between the last few
Yeah, I
fights.
think he could get there. I think he could get there.
He's been in
Even for
between.
that fight, they might make it. They might make a catch of like 143, 144.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Especially if it's a bounce back situation like this.
Yeah. Man, I to be honest with you, he's not on the table, but I would have did like a Richardson Hitchens.
That I thought about that when you brought up Haro, far as power wise, nice
Yeah.
little matchup. A guy you might have to show some boxing and show that you've been working on the craft. Like, yeah, that would have been a great fight too.
I would have did a Richardson Hitchens, maybe like a Montana Love. I think Montana Love might have been a good look for him. Somebody that he's familiar with, but he knows he got a leg up on him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's a great question. That's a great topic. Great question.
I got one on the way out the door. This is a yes or no. Can this cornball Keyshawn Davis beat Devin Haney? You think he right now, if they fought right now?
I say no. Right now, I say no. I think Haney's just been in there with way more names. But Keyshawn's on the right track. But right now, I say no.
I'm gonna say no because I think if there's a guy that's gonna beat Keyshawn Davis, it's gonna be a guy with Devin Haney's type style. So I would say no. But that's an interesting fight though, for sure.
I agree. I agree.
We gonna get about this thing, man. Pretty much an hour strong, man. We left a lot of topics open, but we 2 weeks behind, so we gonna get back to it next week. Vlog, give them the social media and all that. Let them know what you got going on with the channel, bro.
Man, I'm doing my live for the drive because I'll be on the way to work and I just be having boxing thoughts on my mind. So y'all could check for that. I got to slap the WBN in the mouth again, talking about Floyd 50-0. So expect a Blunt Truth video this week where I'm gonna get the shovel out and I'm gonna just start smacking them writers with the shovel, man. It's getting ridiculous over there at World Boxing Network, World Boxing News. So they getting to work this week. So yeah, just check me out this week, man. The channel gonna be active, bro. So I can't do as much like the video type of stuff. So because I got going on and whatnot. I'm sick right now too. So don't nobody want to hear me talking no boxing. But if I do get up in the morning, expect a live for the drive, man. So just tap in with me, man. I appreciate the support.
Big shout out, man. Ty Finney, the legend, man. Give him social media. Let them know what you got going on.
Yeah, man. Facebook, Ty Finney, IG, the legend, 3447, man. Just be on the lookout for interviews, man. I'm always going to be doing it, man. So just be on the lookout for that for sure.
Absolutely. I was in the chat on that last one, man. That was an excellent interview. Great questions. Old girl was very engaging. You would think a bare knuckle female be kind of rough around the edges. Nah, man, that was a great interview. She was very engaging and she's a very marketable personality. She's a spiritual lady. So that's very definitely something that can be spread out throughout the community. And there's a good aspect that even in a combat sport, nothing wrong with being spiritual. So I like that aspect of that, her speaking on that. So shout out to Ty Finney, man. Y'all definitely subscribe to my guy. I would appreciate it. I would appreciate it.
Facts. The fact that he's not at 1,000 is crazy to me, but we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there when we're supposed to get there, you know what I mean? But I'm all over the place, man. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whole shebang, man. Everything G5 Jeff TV. On behalf of Ty Finney, the legend, Boxing First Vlog, aka Blunt, And little homie Shane, you know what I'm saying? He ain't make it in today, but big shout out to the little bro. Yeah, I mean, on behalf of the staff, man, appreciate y'all stopping in. We're gonna see y'all next week.